Okay.
Good evening and welcome to the Wellness Stories from Nikin. And I'm Kimball Sargent. I am a very happy Nikin self care coach. And I love sharing what the products do for people. And tonight I have a good friend that I met through Nikin, Betty Wall. And Betty, you have a Nikin story that you want to share.
I do. I had a bad back for years, probably 10 years. My feet and legs began to get numb. My feet felt like needles and pins were sticking in them. And I had a hard time sleeping and walking. So finally, I had extensive back surgery on May 30th of 2012. And when I woke up in recovery, I asked the doctor about the nerve endings in my feet and legs. And he said, well, they're very slow to rejuvenate. And if they didn't do so in about a year, that they probably would not. Well, a year went on and then 2 years and not much change. I actually could hardly move my toes. I mean, you know how you wiggle your toes? I could hardly move mine. And so one day, my sweet neighbor, Shirley Self, came by and said she wanted me to try some water and some insoles. And I thought, oh, goodness. Okay, I'll try them, but I'm not buying anything. He said, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to try them. So I decided to give them a try. Well, the numbness improved and my balance was really bad. So my balance, it really helped my balance a lot. And the blood flow was much better. And I hardly ever had the leg cramps anymore. Well, after wearing them for a little bit, I was noticing that I was starting to be able to wiggle my toes again. And I mean, I know that sounds minor, but it meant a lot. So I started sleeping a whole lot better because I wasn't having the constant tingling sensation in my feet. And they also seemed to give me energy. And because if I would forget to put them in my shoes, I could really tell the difference. I could not walk as far and I didn't have the strength and the stamina. Well, I decided that I would add a grounding mat to that. And I also got me a back flex magnet. So I'm a magnet lady. I have magnets on my wrist, magnets on my neck, magnets in my bra. Anyway. So, but the real thrill was I went to the beach. You have to think I hadn't been able to walk on the beach in about 10 years. Not really, just I had to wear shoes. Took my shoes off and I was able to walk in that sand. I was so happy I could have laid down on the ground and kissed the sand. And do you know how wonderful it is to be able to do that? I mean, just feel that sand between your toes. It was almost like heaven. So it was so invigorating. It just gave you such a sense of peace. And when you connect to the earth, it makes a really big difference. So I hadn't been able to do that in years, and I was so happy that I just felt like crying. It was just wonderful. So I am a magnet girl, let me tell you.
Well, I love that story. Our products, we don't diagnose, we don't treat, we're not medicine. What we are is we have all these products that just have energies and you put them on your body and they rebalance you and they energize you. And we never know exactly what's going to happen. But you know what is so cool is people feel better. And wow, not to be able to walk on the beach and then be able to walk on the beach. Well, those are stories that you've just got to share. Well, Betty, I want to thank you for sharing with us tonight. And I want to thank everybody who's listening. And we're going to be sending this out. And you just keep right on being that magnet lady. I think you've got a magnetic personality.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you again.